If you know, you know. Now, we all know Hurd was set to fight Jarrett Hurd for his rematch. However, he done pulled out of the fight. I don't know if it's due to an injury or whatever. Now, I heard claims it's because he wanted to move up in the division. Maybe he can't make the weight anymore. But regardless, it's not a good look because you moving up while you taking a loss. At least try to avenge this Jarrett Hurd loss. Now, because it was a good fight, one of the best fights of the year. However, at the end of the day, Jarrett ended up schooling Hurd, exposing Hurd in a way because Hurd always relied on his chin and his size at 154, where he's able to take and absorbs a lot of punishment, then give it. And the fact that he's a volume puncher and huge for the 154-pound division, he was like a Margarito at that division. But Jarrett Hurd exposed that and showed that with good defense and good inside fighting and a fighter that could do it all with veteran tricks, you could beat a Hurd. So unlike most fighters that don't get a chance to avenge their rematch, like Lara, for example, when he lost to Hurd, Hurd was actually given a chance by Jarrett Hurd. Jarrett Hurd wanted to run it back. But Hurd want to move up a division. And I don't see how this going to benefit Hurd because at the 160-pound division, you can't use your size like you did previously at the 154-pound division. You actually have to rely more on your skills because you find guys your size. And on top of all that, they hit harder. And we know 160 is packed with talent, from Charlo to Andrade to Canelo Alvarez to Gennady Golovkin. All these fighters are good fighters. And I see Hurd actually having a hard time at 160. He has a better chance at 154 where he could use his size on most fighters. He beat a fighter with better talent and better skills, like Lara, for example, just because of his size. So if you go to the 160-pound division, your main advantage is going to go away. Now you got to rely on your skill and your defense, which his dad claims he does have defense. However, we just not seeing that. I don't know if he's just been relying on using his size too much or whatever the case might be. But, you got to show me that for me to believe that. But actually, when I first watched Hurd, I thought he had better defense than what he been showing lately. So we'll see. Maybe it's an injury, but whatever the case might be, it was a big card. They were actually having a rivalry with ESPN. ESPN had a stat card from Crawford versus his mandatory to Lopez versus Corolla. And then the list goes on. And then obviously the PBC had this fight as the main event. And then Harrison versus Charlo as the undercard. So it was a stat card to compete with the ESPN card. But since the main event is out the way, now I believe Jarrett Hurd will fight on the co-main event. And then Tony versus Charlo will get elevated to the main event. Or that's what I believe. So we'll see if that's true or not. Now, two fighters I will actually love to see replace a Hurd is a Lubin fight against Jarrett Hurd or Lara. Now, Lara just won a belt. If Lara belt is actually one of Jarrett Hurd belts that he had to vacate in order to fight Hurd for a rematch, then Jarrett Hurd should go after Lara. I don't care if Lara just had a fight or not. If not, then I would prefer a Lubin fight just to see where Lubin is at. Either one of them fights will be great to replace a Hurd. That way he could stay as the main event if he was actually the main event, according to Champ Side. So, like I always say, subscribe below if you're trying to get smart about a minute. If you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't. And listen to these casual fans. Follow Loud Tune Boxing on Instagram. Follow Aki TV on Instagram and YouTube. And click on the notification bell to get notified every time we go live. All the links will be in the description box below. And to be continued on the next episode of Aki TV. Peace, and we out.